I've got the LS7 back for the customer car and my LSX back for my car. All right, ready to start slapping things together. I have the aluminum block on the stand and already slid the cam in. Here now at Tech Performance.
That's it.
Awesome.
What are you putting this on?
I sent you a picture, C6Z.
C6Z, that's right.
That's right, yeah. Here, appreciate it.
Oh, you did?
Thank you. I know. Jamil?
All right, buddy. Yes,
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time out.
Oh, not a problem.
We've got the motor in. And now I'm going to go through and start buttoning it up. Yes, sir. Working with McLeod for a sponsorship. So waiting for a response back from them. And hopefully everything pans out. Maybe they cut us a good deal. Maybe it's free. We'll see. It's a boosted motor, and I mean we're gonna make it work. So it's a factory LS7 casting, but we running Cali's Comstar crank, rods, and yeah, diamond pistons are good jazz. Here are the exhaust valves, intake valves, and I think I kind of hit the heads here. Got them decked. Seats, all that good stuff. Bronze valve guide. Probably show you guys a better video once we get in the garage. The owner was under the impression that I would have to like either contact or have you guys like contact the machine shop that has a block to see like how they were gonna deck it. That way you guys would know how to deck yours to like have like a good seal. I'm just like, no, like as long as you do your job, make sure you know that it's like perfectly flat and they do the same thing, then shouldn't have an issue. So it's just one of those.
That's who are you using for a machine shop?
Magnum machine.
Yeah. What are they doing to the block?
So it had low oil pressure. Turns out that the block was never line honed. So now they're doing that. They have to turn the crank. And just pretty much just like a refresh.
Right.
Apart from that, I mean, nothing was bent or cracked or broken. So yeah, so just swapping out the bearings, doing the line hone, new piston rings, all that good stuff. And then quick recap before I slap the driver's side tank back on. So took out the pump and found a couple of things that was wrong. The arm for the float was out of its clip and just free float in a sense. And then also found that the lines for the crossover, right? The float itself didn't really have like freedom of movement because there was no way it was gonna operate properly going all the way up and all the way down with the way that the line was sitting in there. So it was definitely binding. So we positioned it towards this way a little bit. And now it should be good. So I'm pretty comfortable that that was the issue. The pump worked fine. The car just had sending unit issues in a sense. It would go from full to then a quarter tank and then just drop all the way down to zero. And then the service fuel system light illuminates in the DIC. So between those two, I think we figured out the issue. I don't think it's the sender itself. So I'm gonna slap it back in now and keep on trucking. We got the flex fuel sensor with the breakout harness. I already went ahead and I clipped and tapped into the return line for the fuel system. The other part is right here, the other piece. Putting it on the return line, that way you're not trying to force, 60, 80, 100 pounds of fuel through the small opening. Because there's going to be a restriction if you were to put it on the feed side of things. So I'm going to put it on return, and it should still reflect accurately what the alcohol content is. So doing it that way, and got another catch can because the way that the car came in, it still had the lines from the sump routed towards the intake. So it was still gonna, the motor was still gonna be sucking up oil, but this way we're gonna have those two nipples going to this and not gonna have any lines going to the intake, and that'll help keep the combustion chamber clean as well as keeping the intake manifold oil free. All right, I check in back with y'all once I have the fuel cell back up and everything buttoned up. I hate when the garage looks like it exploded. These are my headers, got them redone. We got it Cerakoted, ended up bubbling and peeling off, so we got them redone, and we'll see how it goes. Second shot looks good, looks really good. Getting back in with y'all. So the block for this car and my car is done. I'll be picking it up tomorrow when they open, and I'm deciding to go a different route. Going to be going air to water, so decided to sell him my current setup because what he came through the door with was inadequate. He was running this small intercooler. Mama, careful. And I'm gonna be selling him the 1300 horsepower race cooler and the piping as well. This is a 3.5 inch, and I believe this is a 3 inch or 2.5. I want to say it's a 3 inch. Thanks, Mama. But you can just see the quality difference. He was having issues where the supercharger was blowing seals, and I think that might have been because he wasn't running an adequate recirc valve, which is, Princess, what are you doing? Come here. Oh yeah. This right here. All right, I tried to open it up by hand, and I couldn't even get it to open without exerting like a lot of force with both thumbs. So we're gonna be running the red race intercooler, and say hi to the camera. She getting big and bad. I always want to be in the garage with Daddy. Running the red race intercooler. The red race blow off / recirc valve, and I believe that'll take care of his issues. I'll be going air to water like I mentioned, and I'm gonna be getting the thick brick to sandwich between the lower and the upper highly intake manifold. I'm gonna go ahead and install the brackets for the intercooler while I wait to pick the block up, and I'll probably be checking back in with y'all in the morning in the afternoon while I'm at the shop. All right, stick around. Hey, come here. What do you got? Here now at Tech Performance, and picking up an air to water for the vet. Should have got some guys before I got this far in. They are in the woods. They are in the woods. I already walked through the CNC machines back there.
Talk to the guys in sales. That might actually be better. So let's take this up there.
Okay, all right, and then this is what we're here for right here.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
What are you putting this on?
I sent you a picture. C6Z.
C6Z. That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
I've had a lot of pictures this weekend.
Oh, good. So what we got going on back here?
So this is our main production area. You can see everything like
CNC, yeah.
CNC machine. You know, pretty much everything's made in house here that we make. All of our TIC products. So,
Okay.
you know, you're getting good quality, American-made quality products here. So kind of a cool thing. It's kind of unique too, because most retailers, they don't do this. You know, so
Okay.
you're getting first-hand
Product, yeah.
Back here is basically our inventory warehouse.
Okay.
I'm going to be showing you right now just some of the items.
Okay. Is there like another TIC location? Because I know you guys do like transmissions and stuff too.
Yeah, so across the parking lot is our transmission department.
Okay.
But this is it. This is
Okay,
the only thing.
yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
People think we're like spread out all over the country. And
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of cool that
Nice.
everything comes from here. It's kind of small operations.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, the smaller, the more quality control is how I look at it.
Yeah, definitely. Everything's personalized, hands-on.
And then this is a newer series.
Yeah, that's the newer. That's the shorter one, as you can see. It's a lot shorter than the unit you were looking at out there. So the ultra low.
What am I compromising between the two?
Just space. That's it.
Okay.
The only thing is it's kind of preference based. So you know, if you want something sticking out of your hood, you know, or not, you know. So yeah, it's just really just about that. Just a space thing.
Okay. Do you have a thicker one in stock?
I'd have to see if we have it in stock. I'm not sure.
Okay.
100% if we do. Okay. I know we were getting them made and fulfilling a lot of orders, so a lot of them are going out right now.
Okay.
But yeah, well, that's a nice look at the.
What's going on? So we are across the street, and this is where they handle the transmission side of the house.
Yeah, all the
6060? 6060?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
down to the 60.
Ah, okay. All the billet stuff looks good. Yeah.
look at that.
Would you know by heart what your backlog is for rebuilding a ZR1?
So what now?
What your backlog is for to induct one? Maybe
Just
a
to
year.
rebuild it?
Yeah. I mean, it ain't broke, but I guess to reinforce would be a better word.
Yeah, probably be better off getting a gear set like a PPG or something like that. And they're a few months out as far as PPG goes. But
Okay.
depends on if you want synchronized or if you want to do a dog ring setup.
Yeah.
Depends.
Okay. Okay. And then this
He
is
should be the guy to ask for it.
yeah. This looks like rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
Quite a few here, but probably about 10, 12 of them is waiting on PPG right now, to be honest.
Okay. So, I'm sure his stuff comes here, right?
Yeah, as far as I know, I think he actually does his own PPG training as far as doing it, right?
No, it's still do this.
They still do it, or if he just fix stuff.
Okay. So like, how would that work? Like I'm assuming like when his stuff comes in, it's like he gets like head of the line privileges. Like, hey, like we need to get this guy, back on the track.
I don't want him sitting there. That'd be the guy to ask right there.
No special treatment for him. Does it have it like on rotation maybe, where it has like a spare?
Usually like the race stuff like that, anybody will try to get it out fast.
Yeah.
Gotta make a race or something.
Okay.
Definitely a good show of our customer service.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. And then what y'all got going on back there? Just like some more milling and like CNC stuff back there?
It's the rim polisher and the cryo machine back there.
Okay.
Yeah. All the CNC stuff is in the main shop.
Okay.
Our rebuilds come with level 1 or level 2
Yeah.
options. So the level, you can get the micro polishing on level 1 also, but the level 2 comes with it. And with that is the rim polishing and the cryo treatment. And that's just designed to, it doesn't really add anything. It just, it makes the bonds within the steel stronger. The possible weak points or something that could crack, but that's what that's designed for. And just bonds it at a molecular level, so it's kind of cool.
All right, well, let me get out y'all's hair. Appreciate it.
Oh, you did?
Thank you.
Get in there.
All right, now. Jamil,
All right, buddy. Yes,
appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time out.
Oh, not a problem.
All right.
Good.
Let me get out of here.
Always good to make some.
Just got in from the machine shop. Don't mind my daughter. Mama, why they gotta be so loud? But we got the LS7 back for the customer car and my LSX back for my car. All right, ready to start slapping things together. Shit is about to start coming together like butt cheeks. All right, so I'm gonna take it out and put it on the tire in the garage before I mount it onto the engine stand, and then start assembling it to then put it back in this. But I still gotta do a little bit of cleanup. I got the wire protector right there, and I'm gonna clean up some of the wiring, make it look a little better before I put the motor in. Stick around. And we getting settled in. It's been a long day. Got up early, drove to Tech Performance, picked up air to water cooler for the high ram setup. Getting settled in now. I have the aluminum block mounted on the stand. I already slid the cam in, but I got to order cam retainer bolts. And I'm going to proceed to button everything else up that I can. Probably mount the heads, lifters, all that good stuff. We still got to measure the push rods and order two sets of rocker arms. And I think it'll be pretty much all done. And then button up whatever's left with the engine bay and be ready to throw that bad boy in. It is May 19, and I want to have it running within the next. Well, actually, I lied because we are waiting on the oil cooler, so that's going to be the hold up. The oil cooler is going to be the hold up. So once the oil cooler gets here, it should be shipping out 3rd of June, June 3rd. So once that comes in, slap it on, slap the front bumper in, and should be ready to crank this bad boy up. So yeah, my block is back as well. I'm gonna flip this around to show you guys a better view. This is my block, and it's a -2 cc dish, but it still has a nice dome on it. So that's the idea behind what we're doing, right? Make more power per pound of boost, and then to keep things cool, going air to water. I'm still gonna be spraying meth and also running a blend of meth and E85 in the tank. So, as well as running coated plugs as well. The plugs are somewhere in the garage. All right. So, like I said, I'm gonna start buttoning this motor up. Mine's gonna probably sit back burner for the next 2 or 3 weeks, and just focus on the customer car. I'll get that out the door, and then reconvene with my setup. Got the window straight bolted. Head gaskets put on. Getting ready to put the heads on now. Had to order set of cam retainer bolts. That should be in today. Once we get that in, button this front section up, put the oil pump in, and then we can then put the oil pan back on. Still got a little bit more stuff to button up in the engine bay. So I'm just pretty much just working what I can when I can. But like I said, we assembled the heads earlier in this video. These are BTR springs, 660 lift. Sent the heads to another shop to do the valve guide upgrade and replacement. All right, that wasn't done prior, even though we thought it was. So I added a little bit to the budget, but this is getting done right this time. All right, stick around. Check back in with y'all once the heads are put on. All right, getting ready to put the clutch disc on now. Went ahead and I knocked out the stuff that would be easier to do with the motor still on the ground. A little bit of the front accessories, whatnot. Measure the push rods. Now we're gonna put the clutch plate on, bell housing, and drop the subframe and get ready to put this bad boy in. We got our handyman with us, and let's get to work. You know what I didn't grab?
Oh.
The buster end guide. I can grab after this stuff. Stack it now and then put that on after. Or if this actually came out, that'd be nice, but then it might get stuck in there. We got the clutch buttoned up. Time to put the bell housing on. Make sure the springs were aligned, as well as the pucks on the clutch disc, like so. And this is the Mantic triple disc. All right. Keep sticking around. We've got the motor in, and now I'm gonna go through and start buttoning it up. Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all for sticking through the video. I know it's been a lot of updates. Plan is to have this car running by the next video. All right, so keep a lookout for that. Still waiting on the oil cooler and the push rods. I already measured the push rods. So we're gonna have that on order here shortly. Went ahead and I got my block situated as well. All right, and took some time out to paint her, because the shop ended up stripping the paint off when they had put it through the washer or whatever they do, the greaser. So came out better than I was thinking it would. I'm not the best painter, but it doesn't look too bad. I got a little bit of overspray here that I'm gonna have to clean up, but that shouldn't be no biggie though. And then slap the heads on, and pretty much I'm going to be waiting for a clutch for a little bit. Working with McLeod for a sponsorship, so waiting for a response back from them, and hopefully everything pans out. Maybe they cut us a good deal. Maybe it's free. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm not holding my breath on that though. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I said, lots of updates in this video. Hopefully by the next video we should have the car running. All right, thank you for the love. Thank you for the subscription. Make sure to comment, and if you haven't already, do subscribe. All right, we got a lot of plans. All right, lots of plans, and I will be seeing y'all on the next upload. Say bye bye.
Bye bye.